name's Jamie Calvetti. I'm the owner of James Calvetti Meats. James Calvetti Meats is a second-generation family-owned business. This year is our 43rd year in business. We started in 1974. I started with my father part-time in 74 while I was in college and full-time in 78. The company is a food processing business, meaning that we would take raw products, primarily meats, portion cut them, freeze them, and distribute them to be cooked elsewhere, primarily for the airlines, but also for the hotels and restaurants and casinos. We're transitioning away from that in that now we are processing foods and having them cooked under our brand and our label. I think what I learned from the worst boss that I ever had, I was during summer vacation between high school and college, and I was working out at O'Hare Field at one of the flight kitchens. And the boss was a tyrant, and he had a list of things he had to do. And on his list, he was shouting and said, look for caches of liquor, and basically look for stashes of stolen goods around his facility. And what I learned is that in a company and in a facility, there can be things that are taken and lifted and stashed away for someone to come back and get in another day. And it taught me to walk around my facility and look for things like that. And about 10 years later, lo and behold, I did find a bunch of goods that were stolen. We called the police and caught the people. The best business advice I was ever given was given to me by a chef at a airline flight kitchen. And we were talking about different contracts and how different companies would come in and they'd get what was considered to be a large contract with an airline for 6 months or a year or something like that. And his advice to me is, if you get these type of contracts, don't buy a Cadillac. Meaning, you never know about the future. And just because you have one great success, in the future, you know, it may not be as good as it is right now. And you should save your money and not be extravagant because you have one success. And I thought that was, you know, conservatism, keeping it close, not being too extravagant, and being able to keep your money to survive for another day.